Chocolate, or cocoa, originates from roasted and ground cacao seed kernels. It comes in various forms including liquid, solid, or paste, and is used both independently and as a flavor enhancer in numerous food products. As far back as 1750 BC, chocolate consumption can be traced. Ancient civilizations not only enjoyed chocolate as a food, but also recognized its medicinal and religious significance. Today, chocolate is ubiquitous worldwide, with companies distributing approximately 3 million tons annually. Our story begins in Central and South America, where the cacao tree originated. Though the Maya civilization wasn't the first to discover it, they were among the earliest known cultures to cultivate and use cacao beans. Their geographical location played a key role in this discovery, as the cacao tree thrives in the warm, humid climate of this region. The cacao tree thrives in a narrow band of ideal conditions. It needs constant warmth, with average temperatures around 25 degrees Celsius, 77 degrees Fahrenheit, and high humidity, often exceeding 80%. These conditions are only found in specific regions along the equator, and the Maya civilization flourished in one such location. Even now, a significant portion of the world's cacao is sourced from this region. The harvesting methods for cacao have retained much of their traditional techniques since the time of the Mayans. This continuity is largely due to the delicate nature of cacao trees and the fact that cacao pods require careful extraction rather than simply falling off the trees. For this reason, cacao pods are manually cut off one by one, a process that can be quite laborious. The work doesn't get any simpler later on, as the beans must also be manually extracted. This means workers have to carefully remove the beans from the sticky white pulp. The seeds of the cacao tree have a strong bitter taste and need to undergo fermentation to develop their flavor. The seeds, along with the surrounding pulp, are placed in special boxes covered with banana leaves. Here they rest for 3 to 9 days, transforming their properties and paving the way for the delicious chocolate experience. This fermentation process is crucial for several reasons. First, it eliminates unwanted bacteria that could spoil the beans. Second, it breaks down the sugary pulp surrounding the beans, which would otherwise impart unwanted flavors. Most importantly, fermentation unlocks the rich chocolate aroma and flavor we love. Now transformed by this microbial magic, the beans are ready for their next step, drying under the warm sun. Once fermentation is complete, the beans are laid out to dry in the sun. This drying stage serves 2 important functions. First, it removes excess moisture from the beans, which is essential for preventing spoilage during storage and transportation. Drying also helps to inhibit the growth of mold, bacteria, and fungi that could compromise the quality of the beans. As an added benefit, drying can further develop the chocolate flavors unlocked during fermentation. Following drying, the beans are ready for their journey to chocolate factories around the world. Upon reaching the factory, the beans undergo a rigorous quality check. This involves trained inspectors carefully examining the beans, often by cracking them open. They assess the color and consistency to ensure only the finest beans are chosen for chocolate production. After being approved by the QA team, the beans are sent to a special factory where they're roasted. They go through screens and then into rotating cylinders with hot air blown through them. This process takes 30 minutes to 2 hours, reducing the beans' moisture from about 7% to about 1%. During roasting, a browning reaction occurs where over 300 different chemicals in the cacao beans interact. This process helps the beans develop the rich flavor characteristic of chocolate. After roasting, the cacao beans are processed using a machine called a winnower to separate the nibs from the husks. Vibrating shelves inside the winnower accomplish this, with a fan blowing away the husks, leaving behind the valuable nibs for the next step. These nibs are then ground into a deep, dark brown paste. This paste resembles a thick syrup, often referred to as chocolate liquor because of its scent resembling alcohol. If the goal is to produce cocoa powder, the liquor may be treated with an alkaline solution. This process darkens the cocoa's color, making its flavor milder, and prevents the nibs from clumping together. After roasting, the beans are ground into a thick paste called chocolate liquor. This liquor has a high fat content, which is none other than the cocoa butter we encountered earlier. To produce cocoa powder, the chocolate liquor undergoes a process called alkalization, adjusting its acidity for a smoother taste. Next comes the defatting stage, where the cocoa butter is carefully separated from the chocolate liquor. Chocolate liquor, also known as cocoa mass, isn't just an ordinary ingredient, it's the foundation for all chocolate. This thick paste, resulting from grinding roasted cocoa beans, holds the key to both flavor and texture. It possesses a strong chocolate essence and a high fat content, which we know as cocoa butter. However, before the magic happens, chocolate liquor undergoes a vital process called conching. Imagine giant mixers gently kneading the liquor for hours. This extended mixing accomplishes two main feats. First, it refines the texture by breaking down any large particles, creating that smooth and velvety consistency that melts in your mouth. Second, the friction and heat generated during conching help develop the chocolate's flavor profile. Volatile compounds and unwanted acids evaporate, while the cocoa butter's rich characteristics come forth. Emerging from conching, chocolate liquor transforms into the base for various chocolate types. Depending on the desired outcome, additional ingredients like cocoa butter, remember, it was separated earlier, powdered milk, sugar, and vanilla are incorporated. This allows chocolatiers to create a delightful range of chocolates, from dark and intense to sweet and milky. The process was actually pioneered by Swiss chocolatier Daniel Peter in 1875. He invented milk chocolate by blending a powdered milk developed by Henry Nestle with the chocolate liquor. Now that the desired texture is achieved, the next step is to give the chocolate its distinctive snap. Before the chocolate takes its final form, a crucial process called tempering ensures a perfect consistency. During tempering, the chocolate undergoes a precise heating and cooling cycle, meticulously altering the internal crystals. This creates a uniform texture throughout, resulting in that satisfying snap we crave. With tempering complete, the chocolate is ready to be molded into its final form. Whether destined for bars, chips, or decadent truffles, the chocolate is carefully poured into molds. A final quality check ensures a flawless finish, free of air bubbles. Finally, the chocolate is wrapped in protective foil or paper packaging to maintain freshness. These seemingly simple bars represent the culmination of a fascinating journey, and the global chocolate industry is a testament to this delicious obsession, generating a whopping $50 billion annually.